Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon and good evening if you are on the East Coast. I am unbelievably excited for tonight. I mean, like, this is the big time because, you know, when we do this show, I'm always hoping to get out. And who does it reach and how does it get out there? Well, tonight we're gonna go international with you this evening because I have an amazing guest on. And the poor thing, we made her get up at 1 a.m. her time for but we will do that. And I'm gonna go into it in a minute. I'm gonna tell you who she is, but I'm so excited to have her because it's going to be really, really fun. And it's going to be good. Really good. But before we do, little couple laundry list things. I just want to say hi to everybody this morning from the Coffee with Colby. I do that every morning, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. There you go. And there's no readings on that. You know, I like to keep it very inspirational. So talk about feelings and thoughts and things we go through. And so I try to make it uplifting that way and not really readings and stuff because there's enough readings. There's enough of us out there doing live Facebook readings, and maybe I'll do it here and there, but I like this to be our inspirational time together, you know, where you're not alone, where you are not alone, because none of us are alone, especially in these days and times that we are having. It's really important to kind of lend that support, lend that helping hand. So my guest tonight, you know, here's what's really fascinating. She is an international medium and author. She is a third-generation medium from Scotland. So, and she's known for her no-nonsense approach. So you can imagine why she's going to be a good fit for the show tonight. And I love it. And, you know, and what's going to be great is that she's coming to California. So I thought, you know, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome to have her on, let anybody on the West Coast get a chance to see her, and just kind of show, you know, mediums from around the world. I think it's really important to say, how do we work? How do we connect? And the fact that the spirit realm really does bring us together no matter where we are in the world. You know, we do this and we can do this. And so I'm super, super excited. So I would love to just say hi to Angel Anne. Hi, Angel.
Hi, Colby.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for us. I think it's really like 1 a.m. for you. Is that right?
Yes, 1 a.m. in the morning.
Well, you look fabulous. You look really, really good. So nice to see you. And thank you again. Thank you for being a part of the show and for being available, you know, this evening to join us.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to have the opportunity.
Thank you. So, you know, you're third generation. Tell me, so did you grow up knowing you had this gift? Did your mom tell you had this gift? Like, how was that discovery process for you?
Well, growing up in my home, we talked a lot about the spirit world.
Wow.
So my mother saw spirits when she was a child, and my grandmother was actually a working medium. She worked with it. So I'm the next generation to go out. My mum doesn't actually use it as such, but always talked about the spirit world visiting her.
Wow. I love that. So you grew up and your grandma was was she a professional medium or just using it in her daily life?
Well, she used it to help other people.
Oh, good.
And sometimes to bring money into the family, because at that time, there wasn't a lot of work around about the 50s, etc.
Yeah. That's really, I mean, I kind of love that. I think it's such it's nice. It's nice that people have that experience. I did not have that. I think I scared my mom was scared of me as a kid. So I love it. That's such a beautiful thing. So is there anything that you learned or took from your grandmother that you use today in your own mediumship?
Well, really for me, my mother didn't talk much about it other than the spirit world used to visit her.
Okay.
So really for me, for myself, it's pretty much individual. My grandmother used more tea leaves, and she used to read the fire, the flames in the fire back in the 50s.
Yeah.
So I don't really use many tools other than the connection to the spirit world.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's really fun. That's really great. And I think it's the bond we have with our grandmothers is very, very special. Don't you feel?
Absolutely.
I think my grandma's still in the living, thank goodness. Going to be 88 next month.
Wow.
And yeah, so October. I'm very excited. But it's funny. I'm telling you, Angel Anne, she's a medium. She just doesn't want to. She don't want to fess up to it, but I know she is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So now you do this work professionally in Scotland, but you kind of tour around the world as well. Is that right?
Yes, I do. I've worked all over Spain. I'm going to Holland in September and Canada in November. And of course, I'm coming to California in September. Yay!
Oh, you excited?
Really excited. Yes, really excited. And I actually got that invitation or the help to get there by doing a reading for a lady who was in Fife in Scotland.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's wonderful. That's great. Yeah. And you're one of the things we're going to talk about where you're going and what you're doing. But one of the things is really great is you're going to the spiritual origins in Huntington Beach. And that's actually really great. That's she's a friend of mine, Carol Ann Moore. It's a friend of mine. Yeah. And we're both master teachers through one of our mentors. So it's great. I know exactly where you're going. And she just got that shop in Huntington Beach. So I think you're going to have a really good time. And you're teaching, so if you can, you're doing a 2-day workshop there, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that workshop and what you'll be doing and what people can expect in the workshop?
Yes, basically what we're doing is we're talking about your spiritual inheritance. We're talking about the fact that we're all spirit and how we can tap into that. You know, a lot of people don't tap into the fact that they have got gifts.
Yeah.
And I always say, well, if you were left £1 million, would you go and collect it from the solicitor? Absolutely they would. So I try and encourage them to connect to their spiritual inheritance. And through a series of exercises, we look at how they can tap more into the spirit world or tap more into their psyche. So we're actually using that now because so many people have stopped using that sixth sense, which we all have.
Yeah.
We all have sense.
I think we all do have it. I do. Yeah. I agree with you, and I think it's good that you're going to help people kind of tap into. Do you give them any particular tools? You said you don't use tools. Is that so? Do you teach them with tools, without tools? Anything in particular?
Yeah. Most of this, when I'm doing a demonstration of mediumship, I don't use any tools whatsoever. Just the connection to the spirit world. Obviously, I'm using my psychic gifts.
Right.
But when doing private readings, I can do tarot for people. I'm very keen on astrology. I know a lot about astrology, but when you're teaching, you have to adapt. I come from a training background, so you have to adapt to each person and how they learn. Some people need tools from the very start. They'll need tools, either color, cards, angels, whatever they're going to need. And we work on that and develop that and help them to move forward at their own pace, because everyone is at a different level.
Yeah.
And you just tap into that.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun, and you're in a good place. Oh, I think you're gonna have a hard time focusing. I gotta tell you, the beach there is pretty unbelievable.
Looking forward to that,
You'll have to make sure you give them a lunch break and head to the beach for yourself because it's pretty beautiful there. It's gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's like 5 minutes, I think, from the beach. So very excited. Is this your first time to the United States, or have you been here before?
No, I've been before a few times. Yes, I've been over to Florida.
Okay.
And first time into LA and into San Francisco.
Okay,
My
good.
daughter was there recently, so she's going to show me the area.
Who was there? I'm sorry.
My daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, good. And where were you in Florida when you were here?
Oh, I was over for my grandchildren. I had them at Disney.
Oh, fun. I'm going to Orlando next month, I think. So I went to college in Florida. So Florida's a second home for me as well.
Lovely.
Yeah. So what is the thing you love most about serving spirit?
The thing I love most about it is the healing that it actually brings, not just for those here, but also for the spirit world. Because if the spirit world are seeing their family here and they see their suffering, they just want to get that message across. I'm here for you. I'm listening. They give them a bit of hope and encouragement that everything's going to be fine. And plus, we're giving them proof, the living proof,
Yes.
that their family is still around by giving them the evidence that they're there.
Yes.
And that's an absolutely wonderful thing to do for both the spirit and incarnate and discarnate spirit.
Yeah, no, that's really, it is. And I think that healing is, I'll tell you what, I think people would grieve less if they really could feel that spirit around them. And I think it does help. I mean, I've had, you have those sessions where it's a grieving mother and then you do the session and then like you can just feel it. You can feel her feeling lighter and happier,
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a wonderful thing to be able to do for someone, to give them that hope that they're going to see that loved one again and actually feeling the presence of spirit. It's great getting a message from a medium, but what I teach, and in my book, I teach people to try and get that feeling themselves, because once you have that, you're left with absolutely no doubt that the spirit will be real. No doubt at all.
What is the title of your book?
The book is called So You Want to Be a Medium.
Oh, really?
And it's called The Journey of Mediumistic Discovery. So it's about learning how to unfold that gift, whether it's a psychic gift or a mediumistic gift.
Oh, so that one, because there's two of them, right? So there's two titles. That one's yours.
It's the one title, but it's got both bits in.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, not that one. He's looking it up. We're going to put it up, but there's actually another book called So You Want to Be a Medium.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
There we go. So we're making sure. It's so interesting. It's the same colors and all. So it's very interesting. So that's good. Now, is that on Amazon? So for anybody in the States can kind of get it on Amazon? Okay. And are you planning on bringing some copies with you so that in case anybody wants some signed copies?
Absolutely. I'll be bringing some with me when I come over.
Okay. And what is the name of your website? Just while we're talking, in case anybody wants to kind of check out the website or sign up for the class, can they do that through your website?
They can go onto the website and find out about me. It's angelannemedium.com. They're going to be Carol Anne's putting on from Eventbrite or something like that.
Eventbrite. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah. Perfect. So good. I'm hoping lots of success with it. I think you'll have a great time being here. And then you're also going to be in San Francisco at the Lesher Center for the Arts. Is that an evening of demonstration?
Yes, an evening of demonstration there in the Lesher Center. So it will be a fun night. I'm sure there'll be lots of spiritual communications there at the center.
Oh, good. Well, how about we take a caller maybe? Are you up for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. So let us do. Look, Tony, I'm very excited. I got new contact lenses. I couldn't see Angel Anne. I was having trouble seeing. And a quick little story to share with you, which is kind of fun. I've always had stigmatisms in my eyes. Do you know what those are? Stigmatism? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I always had those, and I didn't for like the last month or two wear my contacts. And I kept going, I'm going to heal my eyes. Like, I'm going to heal it. So I would drive at night and work on it. And so I didn't feel like it was working because I couldn't even see the numbers that were calling in. And but I went to the eye doctor, really renowned eye doctor, because I wanted to, and he said, I don't see any stigmatism in your eyes. Like, there is nothing in either eye. He goes, you need some correction, but no. I was like, oh. So I wonder if it kind of worked.
Wow.
Kind of fun. I know, right? Okay. Let us do, how about 715, number 7. Okay. If you get through, please just make sure you're not on speakerphone and there's no background noise, just so we can keep it as clear as we can for Angel Anne and the connection, okay? So number 715, this is Colby and Angel Anne. Who is this?
Hi, this is Chelsea.
Hi, Chelsea. How you doing, honey?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing good. Did you have a question for Angel Anne, or just kind of wanted her to connect to the spirit world? What would you like?
Let's just have her connect and see kind of what the most important thing they feel like I should know or be picking up on right now is.
Perfect. That sounds great.
Okay, Chelsea, can I just ask you a question? Can I ask you which star sign you are, just so I can link into your vibration and pick up those in the spirit world?
Can you say that once more? What my what are?
Your star sign, darling.
I think astrology sign she means, Chelsea.
Sure. I'm a Taurus.
She's a Taurus.
Okay, that's wonderful. I'm a Taurus myself.
Okay.
So that's fine. So I can understand you pretty much. Okay. Right. So the first thing that I would be aware of is a gentleman coming in for the spirit world there. So I'm just aware of him coming in. Now, I know as he connects to me, he feels like a father. Okay. So I want to put him on a father link. And I know as this gentleman comes in around you, he's just making me feel that you're going through maybe a little bit of a difficult time, because I do feel it's taking me to your head. And I am aware there seems to be something going on there. Does that make sense?
Well, my father isn't in the spirit world. He's in the living world, but possibly a grandfather.
Okay, but on father's side, it would have to be, because it definitely feels like a paternal side rather, on that side. Does that make sense?
Could be a great grandfather, but I've never met the great grandfather on my father's side. My grandpa on that side is also still in the living.
Okay. Well, I definitely feel the gentleman's coming in that side. And I feel as he comes in, he would be quite a strong character. Okay. Quite a strong gentleman. But if you don't know much about him, then that may be quite difficult. But are the men in that side quite strong, quite determined?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know right now who that would be. I'd have to probably talk to my grandpa and grandma and find out a little bit more about them, or who that might be. Okay, possibly darling. One of their fathers.
Okay. And would you understand the fact that they're trying to show me there's something going on with you just now where you're overanalyzing things? It's almost like you've got a little bit of worry, a little bit of doubt.
Yes, that I would definitely understand.
Okay.
In like all areas of my life. Not necessarily a bad place, but yeah, like kind of trying to think everything through and what I should be doing or where I should be going.
Okay. Because that's the feeling I'm getting. It's almost like they show me your mind, you're overanalyzing things, you're maybe making things a little bit more difficult for yourself than you have to at this particular time. So with the new moon coming up, the eclipse, I feel it's a good time for you to move forward, and you will get that fresh start at that point. Okay?
Oh, well, that's good, huh, Chelsea?
Okay. Yeah, any clarification coming forward is good, so I'll look forward to that.
There you go. Good. And just think about, if you've got any uncles in spirit, or, it doesn't have to necessarily be a grandfather, right? Maybe it's, there's an uncle or grandfather had a brother. But so just try to, I know it's really hard. You get through and you're like, oh my goodness. And then it's trying to think of all the loved ones,
Yeah.
So just, And
there's so many I haven't met too, so they could definitely be there. Just I've never met them in the living world, only in the spirit. So.
Yeah, but it's nice to know that they're around, and it's nice to know that someone's popping through to kind of help you, and that's great advice she's got about the eclipse. I'll tell you what, that eclipse, I can't wait till the Mercury retrograde's over.
Yeah, exactly.
So Chelsea, thank you so much, sweetie, for calling in, and congrats on getting through. And there you go, a few more days and you're going to be through that eclipse, and you got a fresh start there for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Angel Anne, do you have any advice for anyone for the eclipse? Like anything that they can do? Like, let's say, I think a lot of people are going through stuff right now. I mean, heavy stuff. We are, especially here, we've got a lot of turmoil in Barcelona today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So with this eclipse, both personally and belief systems and anything that we can do for during this eclipse or something to just kind of help ourselves with a fresh start. Anything you can recommend?
Well, really for me, this time coming up, we've got Mercury retrograde, we've got coming up to the new moon, and we have the eclipse. And you guys will see it visually in the States.
Yeah.
And really it's a time of endings and new beginnings. It's almost like light switch off, light switch on.
Yeah.
So it's about closing doors and setting the intention with that new moon and the eclipse in order to go forward. So really it's about putting the past in the past.
Good.
And really taking that big step forward for a fresh start.
Yeah.
So certainly an ideal time to try and get rid of the things that haven't been going particularly well, and knowing and visualizing that fresh start, but also feeling it and manifesting it, because we can all manifest things. We work with the universal law of attraction, and that's what we have to do to go forward and try and forget some of the negativity, because there's too much negativity going on just now in the world.
Yeah. I always, I don't know what, maybe similar to your feelings. I don't really talk about it too much. Like, I don't really bring it up. I don't talk about it because I don't want to give it the energy. So I keep going, like, let's talk about something, because there's enough, like, we call them negative Nellies, and and I want to kind of, we need to kind of lighten it and brighten it, to kind of hold it up a little bit, right? Do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, all right, let's take how about another caller? You feeling good?
Okay, the one.
Okay, let's do another one. How about the number 9? Look at this eyesight. 9630. I feel so proud of me. Okay, 630. You got through with Colby and Angel Anne. Who is this?
Yvonne?
Hey, Yvonne, how you doing?
Oh my God, I'm good. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yay! Yes. You got through.
Oh yeah. I was trying so hard last week.
Oh, honey.
And I finally got it. Yes.
You did it. Well, here you go. This is your night. Do you have any questions, or just kind of hoping to connect with Angel Anne? Anything in particular, or just open?
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit open, but so my dad passed away 8 years ago, and he had cancer. So lately I've been having dreams about him, and actually last week when I was calling you, I had a dream where he was like he was coming to me, and then he left saying that he was going home.
Ah, okay.
And at home, it was supposed to be Brandon Beecham, the guy from the Positive Head podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And he was gonna meet him because he knew how to write.
Ah, okay. So don't say anything more. Let's see what Angel Anne gets, and we'll work together and see what we have for you tonight.
Okay, so it's Yvonne. Yvonne, yes.
Was that? Yes.
Yeah. Because the first thing you have to remember is when your father came to you in the dream state, is it was an actual visit. Mm-hmm. Because when we're sleeping, we raise our vibration, and the spirit world can actually come and visit us when our vibration is raised. So that's why we sometimes feel them during the day. But one of the things your dad would be coming forward to tell you is that, 8 years in the spirit world, he's healed now. He's fit, certainly round about family. And he'd be coming in to let you know that, because you've been sending a lot of thoughts round about him, okay? There may also even be an anniversary coming up within the next 4 weeks or so, because I'm seeing September and October. So I feel these are important dates as well. So there's things coming up, all right? So I also know that the family members with him before he passes, because he makes me aware of 2 people with him before he transcends over to the spirit world. And I am aware, he keeps holding my hand here, So I feel someone must have been with him and squeezing his hand. Does that make sense, darling?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the last part. What did you say?
Was somebody holding his hand, Yvonne?
I think so. I wasn't there. I was there at the end. I mean.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Don't say too much. Go ahead. That's okay.
Okay.
Because he was just making me aware of that, darling. So I just feel he's coming in there for you. But I feel at this time you're just needing that little bit of support. And that's the whole reason. You see, they give us things symbolically, like holding the hand to let you know he's with you now, to give you that support you're needing in order to go forward just now.
I'm missing the.
Yeah, it's, if what you'll be able to do, Yvonne, is you'll be able to listen back, right, so that you can hear what she's saying.
Yeah.
But basically,
I'm gonna have to go back to the video version and hear it back.
Yeah, but it's interesting because you got through, but you really can't hear anyway. So I feel like that dream. That dream really is what you're supposed to be paying attention to. And the fact that you are getting the visitations and you are getting that connection that you're craving
and actually
for.
I keep seeing crows.
Yeah. Crows are transition as well. Yes, crows. Yes, I heard you. I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Crows are very, they're definitely letting you know that he's around. And any feelings on the crows, Angel Anne, at all?
Well, crows don't really mean much to us here in the UK.
Okay.
But for me, if you have a symbol, if it's pennies, and you put that out there to the spirit world, then the spirit world will make sure you're getting the pennies. And when you're looking for the pennies, I always get 2001 from pennies. And that would mean something to me. So normally the date has to mean something on the penny or whatever. But if your sign is a crow, in Scotland it's robins. So we see a lot of robins in the spirit world there.
Yeah.
You have to watch for the synchronicity we're setting out, because the spirit world's still got that intelligence. They've still got that understanding. So just watch out. If that's your sign, then watch for it happening at times when you're needing it.
Yeah, and I think crows, at least for us, Yvonne, is showing you a transition. It's showing you like the end of a phase and the beginning of another. So it really could be that you personally are going through a lot of change at the moment. You're going through a lot of decision making, a lot of questioning, where you're going, what are you doing? And I feel like it's just Dad saying, listen, I'm here with you. Like, you're not like, sometimes you must say, hey, Dad, where are you? I really could use help with this, advice on this. And it's like, I feel like he's just showing you these crows to say, hey, I am helping you with this. I am with you during this time, and just showing you. And then the positive heads. So Angel Anne, Positive Heads is another podcast that really great. And again, that's it is about positivity and bringing awareness. So I think it's like, Dad is definitely just saying hi to you, and I just think there's I think, hopefully, Yvonne, you can kind of take that with you tonight, and knowing that he's around, and then take a listen back to what Angel Anne said, and ask your mom if there was, see if your mom was with him during that transition, if she was holding his hand.
No,
because,
it's a long story, but they were divorced for years ago.
Okay, well,
so it's just a long story, and I've been trying to figure out what to do with my life. I'm about to turn 30, and sometimes I feel like I don't know. Should I keep doing what I'm doing now, or should I just start something else? Yeah. So I've been just thinking about life in general.
Yeah, but it's good that you're thinking. I think that's important that we're thinking. Go ahead, Angel Anne. What were you going to say?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just as you were talking there, I do have the cards out in front of me. So because you were asking about your future, I just put out a card for you there. So that talks about change. It talks about moving forward. It talks about transitions, talks about new jobs. So there could be lots of movement coming up for you, darling. So watch where there's going to be that change coming in for you, because we did talk about endings and new beginnings. So which, what astrology sign are you, darling?
I'm supposed to be Capricorn, but I learned today that I am Scorpion ascendant. Ascendant is Scorpion.
So you are quite a strong world girl anyway. But the card I picked out was a Pentacles, which is an earth sign anyway for you. So what that's going to do, it's going to help you push yourself forward. I definitely feel you're going to be putting down strong plans over the next few weeks and months to do with work and changes within your work. And with that, also bringing in maybe a little bit more responsibility and a little bit more of a financial upliftment. So yes, the changes are coming in. So just be patient with yourself, because that'll all happen in the next few weeks or so.
Okay.
There you go. And keep an
Thank
eye out
you.
for those crows, because I really do believe crows are a really good symbol. I really do. I'm a big fan of crows myself.
Yeah.
So there you go. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Okay. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Wow.
Yeah, it's hard. When we're at those crossroads, it's hard for us to see things clearly sometimes.
Absolutely. And really for me, when people are looking towards the future, we really need to be looking at more of a psychic reading rather than a spiritual reading.
Yeah.
Because the ones are just coming in to say, we're there, we love you, you're going to be okay. And really for me, and giving that evidence that they're around them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's nice though. I mean, I think that dream she had is evidence enough that her dad is around, right?
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's
wonderful.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the best ways that spirit can kind of go, I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, why don't we try one more call and we'll see if the connection is good. She had a good connection on our end, but I guess for her hearing you. So let's just try one more and we'll see how it goes. That sound fair to you?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. All right, cool. So let us do, is that 530 number 8? Okay. Hey,
Hello.
hi 530. This is Colby and Angel Anne. Who is this?
This is Christy.
Hi, Christy. How you doing?
I'm very good that you guys picked me.
Well, we
I'm
picked
happy.
your number. It's so random. So, do you have a question that you want to ask Angel Anne? Like, okay, go ahead. honey.
Well, I just want to ask about my son because it's arriving on the date of his death soon. I was just thinking about him. I don't know just if you feel anything from my son.
It's very hard losing a child. So I know how you feel, darling. But yes, your children very much come in round about you most of the time, particularly when it's their mum or their grandma. They don't like to see us upset or see what's happening with us there. But with the anniversary coming up, your son will definitely be round about you at this particular time to make sure that he helps you through this period of time. Obviously, quite a young man when he passes over. Yes.
Yes.
And it was quite a sudden passing, was it?
Yes.
Because I just feel, it's almost like you didn't get closure, and there seems to be a feeling of, just a little bit of regret that he didn't get to, that communication with you, if you like. But compassion and love coming around about you, but also with an older gentleman, I feel, because just as I'm talking to you, I feel somebody either side. And the goosebumps coming in there. So I feel there's an older gentleman coming in with him as well, just to come in to give you that strength and courage you need to get through this time. Because every anniversary it's hard, and every year it seems to get harder for you rather than easier.
It does.
Yeah, Dan. It's very hard for you.
It's going on 5 years, and it just feels like it's strangling me.
Yeah. So know that they're there trying to give you that hope, and coming forward to give you the strength to go through this difficult time. And keep talking to the picture, because I know you're looking at a picture and I know you're sending the thoughts there, and that also helps to draw him in very, very close to you.
Yeah, I hold this picture to my heart all the time when I drive.
Oh,
That's lovely.
Yeah, and it, Christy, nothing we do is gonna kind of create that full healing, but it's like knowing that he is with you, and so I know you feel like there's so much grief and grieving, and allow yourself that process, allow yourself those feelings and those emotions, but I always try to look at it as, I mean, they were just better students than we are. I mean, they just got their homework done sooner, they got to graduate and they got to be in the beautiful realm of spirit, which is so much love and feeling. So, as much as this transition was quick and unexpected, like Angel Anne was saying, it's also knowing that, your son had a good heart and your son was, this nice little bright light in the lives of the people who did get to be around him, and it's holding on to that, and knowing that he made a difference in those he was around. Right? Can you connect to a name Steve or Steven at all in the family? Is there a Steve in the living or in spirit? That name just kind of popped in when Angel Anne.
I can't think of a Steve.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it with you just because sometimes there's that psychic amnesia, and I know you're kind of focused on your son at the moment, but I will leave it with you. But you put it in the comments because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a Steve. For sure. Yeah. So you'll see that there's that connection. But Angel Anne, it is knowing, thank you for those kind words and that connection with her son. And, Christy, it's we're sending our love and light to you and your son's love to you, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. You guys really help.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
You too. Have a good trip to U.S.
Oh. I think, I don't know about you, but when someone is, even if it comes in waves, when they're in that much grief, it's a little hard to kind of do the connection a bit, don't you think? Because they're just so, their heart is hurt so much.
Absolutely. It's very difficult because when we're grieving, our energy becomes more dense, and it's more difficult for the medium to actually try and get that communication across.
Yeah, and sometimes it could literally just be because that anniversary is, that reminiscent and looking at the baby pictures and all that. But you could feel, couldn't you? I could feel his lightness, though. I could feel like, he's trying to cheer her up a bit. Could you feel that at all?
Of it, definitely.
So and like she said, it did help her, and I hope it does, because it's
very hard.
It is hard. It is hard. And so now you've got grandbabies yourself, is that right?
Yes.
Wow. And do they live in Scotland also?
Yes, they all live in Scotland. I have 4 grandchildren.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
3 here and 1 in the spirit world. So, so I know how hard it is to have a child in spirit. It's very difficult. And the 3 boys here are very, very good. One of them's a twin, and it's his twin. It's in spirit. So his birthday's tomorrow, actually. So the twins will be 7 tomorrow.
Oh my God! Let me just show you this really quick. I don't know if this. I'm sitting here the whole time. There's this 8/17, and it says 7/7, and I keep staring at it, going, "What is this 7 for? I don't understand this 7." So I think your little grandbaby just wants to make sure you let them know that they're here, right?
Fabulous.
Yeah. And look, that's true. Nice, thanks, Tony. Like Tony said, 2 7s, so twins.
Twins.
Yeah, it's kind of, now, do you find that sometimes I feel like our own experiences kind of help us when we're connecting to spirit. So do you feel when someone has a child, do you kind of feel that energy very quickly? Do you just know that it's a child for them?
Yeah, absolutely. As well as having my grandson in spirit, my sister lost a boy and my mum's lost 2 children. So I have 2 sisters in spirit as well.
Wow.
So I tend to get a lot of children coming forward from the spirit world because like attracts like. They'll see Anne knows how to deal with that situation. She has got the empathy and understanding to help that person. So the spirit world will choose someone, I feel, who has lost a similar person themselves to work with.
Oh, right. And what do you find when you're doing the session and the healing? What about the psychic work? Do you enjoy that as well?
Yes, I do, because sometimes the people need that here. The spirit within also needs healing. We need to have hope that things are going to get better, that we have to move forward. So absolutely, that's just as important for me as the spirit in the spirit world. But the spirit within also needs to get that hope and understanding that things are going to get better, and that they don't have to hide away and worry and be stressful about things.
Yeah.
So yes, both are good. Absolutely.
Okay. And so you're on social media. We gave your website, but go ahead and give your website again and your social media handles.
It's angelannemedium.com and Angel Anne Smith on Twitter and Angel Anne Psychic Medium on Facebook.
And do you do, like, so can they book a session with you and you do it via Skype or phone? Is that an option for people?
I do telephone and I do Skype. I've actually done 3 readings in San Francisco this week already. But I prefer Skype so I can see the colours around about people, because I usually get to see the colours there. And also then I see the spirit world entering into their vibration. So that's good.
Oh, that's good. Do I have a color?
Yes, you do have lots of colours round about you there.
Do I? What's one of them?
There's lots of dark blue and purple there, but that's just because your mind's constantly going and constantly moving.
Yeah.
And also connecting in and out of the psyche and the
it is
world.
It's always there. It's so true. It is. It's always like a duality for sure. That's so right. All right, so let's tell everyone where you're going to be. You're going to be at the Lesher Center for the Arts in San Francisco, everybody, September 28th. And we have that flyer up. There we go. So if anybody's interested and you're in the San Fran area. If you're in Orange County, as we like to call it, you're at the Spiritual Origins in Huntington Beach. And that's on the 29th. And you're also doing a 2-day workshop there. So, wow, you're gonna be tired. That's kind of a nice little whirlwind for you for sure. It's so exciting.
Fabulous. Yes.
Yes. So, and I know you do so much. You're on TV over there. You've got your own stuff happening. So, I really, really appreciate, you taking the time, especially like now it's like they're almost 2 in the morning. I really appreciate it.
I'll need to get to my bed for beauty sleep and get the kids to school in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Well, you look beautiful. You do well for 2 in the morning for sure. And again, I really thank you so much for, being on tonight and being a part of this. And I do hope you have a great, great time here in the States. I really do hope you enjoy your stay, and thank you again so much.
And thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure as well. Thank you so much. Good. Okay. I want to say hi. So I bet you're so tired, aren't you? Oh, we're not off?
No.
Oh.
We have to do this first.
Oh.
Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.